Hey there everyone, quick update for version 2.5. Um, I was hoping to put a video out over the weekend, but I ran out of time, so hopefully this won't take very long. All right, so as you can see, I now have wheels now being displayed for the platform views. Except for the content, of course, I'm still working on that, the wheel item templates, but it's a good sign that I actually have the wheels actually being displayed now for the platform views. So that concludes that part of the build. Let's see, I have, if I go into About, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I had 3 DLLs listed for the install plugins in order for the community theme creator to work, and it's and the themes that the creator publishes. I've now got it down to 2. I've merged 2 DLLs. So that was an exercise I went through a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. Let me go into Edit, as I'm still in a platform view. The element properties panel, I've updated the colors a little bit, kind of styled them a little differently, kind of cleaned it up, removed some lines, dividers, whatnot, just to simplify the interface a little bit. But also, if the mouse pointer is over this window and you press and hold the control key, and with the scroll wheel scrolling up and down, you can resize this panel. This is its default size when working on a 4K display. Okay, and because I'm primarily working on a ultra wide now, when I'm when I'm using the ultra wide resolution, I'm using 4K just for streaming, but when I'm using the native 5K by 2K, then this fits nicely on the left hand side while I'm working on a 16 by 9 theme. So that's kind of cool. That way I don't have to pop the this window into another secondary monitor. It just moves nicely off to the side there into the dead space, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I figured that might be useful. Let's see. And as I've improved refresh performance of the window and whatnot, I altered the hide show sidebar to now animate. I figured, why not? Nothing critical, but it's just a little nicety. And also, I didn't realize this before, but these icons were rendered rather kind of crappy. Especially these, they were very inconsistent, and I'd never really paid much attention before. Anyway, they're now rendered in high quality mode, so they're all consistent, as you can see. Let's see some of the fixes I've made. Let's go in here. Let me just increase the size of this just so that you can see what I'm doing. If I click on the wheel, and this is a text-based wheel, and I go down to the style, I'm going to hit edit. And I've changed this up a little bit. Again, just colors, styling. I don't know if you realize this, but again, if you press and hold the control key and use the scroll wheel, you can increase and reduce the size of the text. Well, I didn't realize this, but I never put a limit on how far in and how far out you could actually go. So I've imposed limits. Without those limits, it actually caused the program to crash. So anyway, so just in case you didn't know that you could zoom in and zoom out, or increase, decrease the font size, that's how you do it. Just either control key, left or right control key, and the scroll wheel on your mouse. Let's see, a couple of fixes. Oh yeah, come out of here. And I'm on the latest build of Windows 11, and one of the new additions to Windows 11 is when you pick up a window to move it around, you'll notice like a little dock appear at the top of the screen, top middle. You see it here. When you hover, it has preset window placements that you can basically push your selected window into. And if I do so, that's great. Okay. And then you may want to kind of pull it out of that location or resize it or whatever you want to do. It wasn't playing well, it wasn't playing nice, and it would actually lock up the window when I wanted to move it out of a preset position. So anyway, I fixed that. I'm not sure. Actually, you probably would experience the locking up of the window if you are on Windows 11 with version 2.3, because there's no logic in there to detect how it snaps into a particular location. But anywho, that's all fixed in version 2.5. And also, speaking of which, there's a really old bug. I've maximized the window, and I didn't realize this, but apparently if I move the mouse pointer to the right or the bottom and bottom right, the mouse pointer would change to a resize pointer, indicating that you can actually resize the window when you actually can't, because it's maximized. So that's been fixed. And speaking of resizing the window, before you could only resize on the right, the bottom right, and obviously the bottom. You can actually do it on all edges now. Okay. As much as I absolutely detest Windows when you resize using the left and top, it's absolute garbage. But anyway, it's there. Okay. That is pretty much it. Other than just some little rinky-dink bug fixes that I've put in here, but obviously the big win here was being able to display the wheels for all views now. So now I can just focus on, like I said, the wheel item content, or the wheel item templates, as I call them. And again, you know, as you can see here, I have a platform wheel template, which is an exact clone of the game equivalent, but obviously the metadata is specific to platform usage, not game usage. Even though it's not actually displaying images yet, that's what I'm working on. All right, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Exciting stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Like I said, with version 2.5, it's moving along very nicely now. My outstanding list is getting smaller, and like I said, yeah, just wheel item templates is where I'm at. Generating the code, and like I said, I merged two DLLs into a single DLL. So and I think I may have mentioned that on my previous video. So now all the fancy schmancy code that I was using for converters and whatnot, I can now leverage for the wheel item templates. So be very useful to actually see everything all kind of lit up in color with all the wheels all functioning correctly. I'm looking forward to getting that code in there as soon as possible so I can show it off. All right. Just basic styling. I have changed some styling a little bit here, kind of cleaned up the theme manager, simplified the overall look and feel. When you select a theme, it just basically enlarges the selected item, as well as having the colored border indicating which one you've selected. It's just some basic styling that I've applied. So yeah, overall looking pretty good. And actually I just realized I didn't even show you that. So yeah, the theme manager, just changed up the style, cleaned it up, simplified the look and feel. As you can see, as I select, it's a little bit more obvious now which one you've selected, have selected. Okay. All right, so there you go. I told you that this video wasn't going to be very long. I just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at, and full speed ahead on the wheel item template logic. All right, so that's it, and hopefully I'll have another update in a couple of weeks for you. All right, take care, everyone.